Mike Owens with Inside Fighting, joined today by Matheus Camilo, who makes his UFC debut next Saturday against Gabe Green. Matheus, great to sit down and chat for the first time. How are your emotions ahead of this big fight?
Hi, brother. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah, I'm feeling great. I can't wait to fight. I'm so happy, so grateful for everything. I prepare a lot for this moment, in my life, so I can't wait.
Has this training camp felt any different to any of your other fights?
Yeah, it's having been so hard. Like I'm so focused all the time, but this fight camp, I try to do everything perfect. Nothing is perfect, but I try doing everything perfect on train, on my schedule, on my diet, everything. So having me special camp.
This is obviously the biggest fight of your career, I think you would agree. Do you allow yourself to think of it as such a big fight, or do you just treat this as any other fight?
Yeah, I know this is a big fight, it's a big opportunity, but I put in my mind it's just one more fight. In the end, it's just one more street fight.
Mm.
Like I did all my life. So this like how I think.
And you beat the guy who had the viral moment at the UFC press conference.
Sorry?
You beat the guy in your last fight who had the viral moment at the press conference. So that must
Yes,
have
I
brought extra eyeballs to your last fight.
yes, I beat Nabotov, Dorobosh Nabotov,
Mm.
and we fought in South of Korea, and I earned my contract in UFC.
What was that experience like fighting in South Korea?
Was amazing. Like the people there, very friendly. I love Korea. So man, like was amazing experience. I felt like I'm fighting on pride.
Mm.
Like the energy is different.
Is
I
there
love
one
it.
place you would like to fight, like a bucket list place before your career's up?
100%, 100%. If one day UFC make us some events there, I would love to fight there. I would love.
Well, let's talk about this fight. Gabe Green, a guy who's fought a lot of top guys in quite a short UFC run. What do you make of your first UFC opponent?
Yeah, I know he's a tough opponent. He have around 7 fights in UFC, so I know he's tough guy. But I prepare a lot for this fight, and it doesn't matter where the fight goes. Like the grappling, the strike, I'm ready. I'm ready for this guy. I'm ready for the future, not just for this guy, but I'm thinking about the future. I wanna be on the top.
Mm.
So this is my mindset.
I know that you're prepared everywhere, but where do you think this fight will play out?
Strike for sure.
Striking.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you class yourself as a striker? Would you class yourself as a grappler? What would be your
I call myself MMA. I'm an MMA fighter.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He obviously has a couple of losses in the UFC. He was defeated by Ian Gary, by D-Rod, and last time out against Brian Battle. Is there one of those fights that you're looking at and think that you can have that similar
Yeah,
success?
he fought my friend Brian Battle,
Mm.
and he came very hard to Brian. Brian counter him. So let's see. Let's see. It's gonna be a fun fight for sure.
Are you the type of fighter that wants to entertain the fans, or are you more concerned with just getting the W?
Always I go inside the cage. I wanna finish the fight. Always, always. So I'm very aggressive. So that's gonna be me on Saturday. Very aggressive. I'm gonna look for the finish the fight all the time. Like a hunter.
Mhm.
If I hurt him, I'm gonna finish the fight for sure.
There will be a lot of fans who will watch you for the first time. There will be a lot of people who only watch the UFC. So this will be the
Yes,
first time they see you fight.
yes, especially in Brazil, in
Mm.
my hometown, like everyone waiting for this moment. Like everyone's so excited, everyone's so emotional. So fun, man. I can't wait.
So for fans who haven't seen you fight before, tell them what they can expect.
Yeah, they can expect a aggressive fighter, a fun fighter, because I'm going inside the cage to put a show, and they can watch for this. They can wait for this.
When did you move out to Las Vegas? Because I know that you're training out of there now.
Yeah, I moved to Las Vegas around 5 years ago.
Okay.
5 years ago, before I was living in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, I trained in Nova União with Jose Aldo and a lot of guys.
How has training in Las Vegas improved your game?
Yeah, it's improved my game a lot because the fight game is different right now. So
Mm.
in Las Vegas, we have a lot of fighters from the older world. So they come here and we share knowledge. So improving my game a lot in grappling, wrestling, boxing. Like a MMA fighter. So that's awesome for me.
Are you still in touch with the King of Rio? Because he's obviously in a big fight on Saturday night. Is he somebody who
Of
you still have contact with?
100%, he's like my brother, and I'm a big fan of him. He's so humble guy.
Mm.
Like Jose Aldo is the best, man, for me.
I imagine as a young fighter in Novo Yao, he must have been a huge source of knowledge where you could learn from.
Yes, I learned a lot from Jose Aldo, especially how to be a athletic, and how to be like how he are. Like he's so humble. He's such a legend, and he's still humble. Like he have everything, but he's still humble. He still keep it training, keep it hungry. So this motivated me a lot. He's my fighter, my favorite fighter.
Mm.
When I decide to fight, and I moved to my hometown to Rio de Janeiro, I explained. He motivated me his story because he leave his family, he leave everything without nothing to follow his dreams. So he's a guy. He's my favorite fighter. He's a guy motivated me a lot. You know.
Who gives you the toughest round in the gyms in Las Vegas? I know that you spend time in Extreme Couture where there's a lot of good guys around your weight class. Who gives you the toughest round in the training
Yeah,
room?
I have two guys but first Myron Santos. He's gonna fight the same card as me.
Mm.
Like he's my main partner for everything, so he always give me a hard time, on training. Also, Chris Kurtz for this
Mm.
camp. Chris Kurtz helped me a lot, and Maki, was very hard camp.
Mm. Do you prefer fighting in the Apex? Because some fighters will say, "I'm not fighting in front of fans." I know this is
Yeah.
obviously your first fight, but there's a lot of advantages because you'll be able to probably sleep in your own bed in
Yes,
Las
yes,
Vegas the day before. You won't have the extra stress of travel. Is it
yeah.
a benefit to fight in the Apex for this one?
Yeah, it's benefit to fight in Las Vegas is special because I'm in my home, so like you said, I can sleep in my bed, I'm feel home. And in Apex, yes, because it's not too big, it's look like a train,
Mm.
so that's very good for me for my debut, but I can't wait to fight in big arenas as
Mm.
well. I can't wait. I dream with this for all my life.
When I wanted to ask you that, when did the UFC either become getting into the UFC or becoming a UFC champion? When did that first become a goal for you?
Sorry,
When did becoming a UFC fighter, when did that become a goal that you wanted to be a UFC fighter?
brother, sorry, I don't understand.
When did you first dream about fighting in the
Ah,
UFC?
okay. Yeah, it's like when I was kid, I was with my father and my family. We went to a farm and we watch UFC because don't have network, just a TV, and
Mm.
we watch UFC. And my dream starts from there. I want to be a fighter. And I told my father I will fight in that cage one day. So that dream starts from there.
Can you remember what card that was?
Huh?
Can you
No,
remember what
I
fight?
th- I think I think it was Anderson Silva against somebody.
Mm.
Yeah, it was in the time Anderson Silva is still fighting. Nah, man, it was so crazy in Brazil.
Who are your four favorite fighters from Brazil? Who are the
Ah,
four
Jose
goats?
Aldo,
Yeah.
Anderson Silva, Alex Pereira, Patricio Pitbull. All those guys I really like. I'm a
Mm.
big fan.
It's very difficult to get four names on that list because there's so many great fighters from Brazil.
Yeah, so many great
Mm. A
fighters.
lot of
It's
inspiration
hard.
for a young fighter
Yeah.
like you.
Yes, yes, so inspiration, man. So inspiration. I'm inspired a lot in the old school fighters. I like how they are true warriors. Like they don't joke a lot. They go inside the cage and do his job. Don't talk too much shit, trash talk. So I love this.
Who's been your biggest role model in the sport?
Sorry.
Who's been the guy that you've looked up to most, or you've wanted to maybe copy a little bit of their style or copy the way that they approach the game?
Yeah, you mean fighter?
Yeah, a fighter.
Yeah, yeah, Jose Aldo,
Jose
man.
Aldo.
Like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you look at his fight, man, he's young, man. That's crazy.
Mm.
I don't know if I like this, like hungry,
A
going to
lot
kill.
I like it. I like it. Is that where the
Yeah.
nickname Jaguar came from?
Yes, yes. Because my nickname comes from my hometown, my roots, my origins. I was born in Amazon, in the jungle. So that's the dangerous animal in the Amazon, jaguars. So it's my nickname.
I like it.
He always going to hunt. He's smart, silence, he's going to hunt.
I like it. Um,
Yeah.
before I let you go, the next fight for the title in your division will probably be Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. That feels like the next fight the fans want to see. If that fight does happen, who do you think wins?
I think Islam, I'm big fan of Islam. Elia Topur as well, but I think Islam, I think he's in another level. No, Ilia Topur for sure, but I think that fight is gonna be Islam Makhachev.
Well, last question from me. Thank you for your time. Talk
Yes.
me through what a perfect day looks like next Saturday. So on your fight day, I want to know what your perfect day looks like.
Sorry, sorry, brother.
I want to know. Tell me what a perfect fight day next Saturday looks like for you.
Well, you mean like how the fight is gonna be?
The whole day, so from morning to night, what does the day look like for you?
The day for me is like so special, I'm gonna wake up, eat my breakfast, pray with my mom, my family, and I'm going to arena with my car, and I'm gonna put a show and back home to celebrate my victory, brother.
I love it. Mateus,
Yeah.
thank you for your time. Great to sit down
Thank
and
you so
chat.
much.
Have a great and safe rest of camp, and best of luck for the next fight.
Thank you so much. I wish all the best for you, my friend. Best of luck.